December 3rd, 2020. That's right. It is Thursday. We're coming at you a little bit later. We normally come at you on Tuesday. We pushed it back a couple days. Thursday night it is. A little DFS breakdown, a little UFC Vegas 16. Hermansson versus Mr. Marvin Vettori. Brought my man, Mr. DFS, Mr. Big Brain here to break it down. DFS edition, DraftKings edition. So we're going to go over the salary, see where the plays are, who's what, cash, GPP, what are we looking at? Before we dig into it, let me slide it over to the man that is winning right now, 10-8. He's 10-8 in a 5-round fight, boys, with the vid, and he's coming out on top. He just had a good round, 10-8. He's in the home stretch. How you feeling, Brady?
Yeah, pretty good closing this fight out with COVID, and I do think I'll finish up on top there. In all seriousness, I have a day or two left of this thing, so thank God I'm able to get back out in the world and get my haircut finally. I've been needing a haircut for a month, so can't wait to get that. And we have a good card this week, and really good card to finish out 2020 in the next 2 weeks as well. So lots of great stuff coming our way.
Very nice, very nice, very nice man beard you got going there, bud.
It's huge.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to get a haircut. I'm glad you're feeling better though. But just let's put a disclaimer on this. His brain is a little hot this week, so you can't take anything he says this week and hold it against him, because he has a kind of a curveball to throw at you here coming up that I'm not going to really jump on it and say that I agree with it. But I asked him, yo, bro, do you got a fever? Are you sure you want to roll with this pick? He's doubling down on it, so we'll talk about it. When we get there, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. When he says it, you'll go, what the? But yeah, we'll talk about that when we get there. Before we jump into it, all this is powered by Pub Sports Radio, PSR. So shout out to Jeff Slaughterhouse. That's Jeff Slaughterhouse 1, Haus 1. Go over there. Give El Jefe Presidente a follow. Also VPP Vice President Preston. Go over there. Preston Ekdahl. Go over there, give him a follow, give the boys a follow. Also, Pub Sports Radio on all social media content. Make sure you give them a follow. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. And the guys in the chat, if you could, and on the replay, hit the like button. That shows YouTube that you enjoy what we got going here. We got a couple people in the chat. We got Big Show in the building. Guys, check out Big Show Picks. That's Big Show Picks, just like it's spelled on the screen. Mr. Brady right here just won a blood sport death match tourney that I don't know if I agree with it so much, but he'll take the dub where he can get it. Congratulations, Brady, on the tourney win. Shout out to Big Show for the content, for him using that big brain of his own, coming up with some awesome content. Go over there, check that out, Big Show Picks. And I'm sure that will be on Pub Sports Radio, or at least the Twitch at some point. I think Big Show might become the Twitch guy. Nice. So if you like video games, make sure you're tuned in to the Twitch channel as well. So shout out to Big Show. We got Mr. Randy in the building. Aldo, Connor, Skywalker DFS. Check out Skywalker DFS 2 on YouTube. Shout out to you, Sky. Always a big supporter. You're the man, brother. So that's that UFC Vegas 16. Let's start off by hitting that first fight on the card. We're going to look at it from a mybookie.ag, see how those odds are. If you don't have a book, boys, go to mybookie.ag. Use code PUBSPORTS and make sure if you use cash, you get that 50% sign-on bonus. If you use Bitcoin, you get that 100% with a minimum of $100 deposit. So, and the max deposit is $1,000. So use code PUBSPORTS. First fight on the card, mybookie.ag. We got Jake Collier versus Gian Villante. Collier's coming in. The comeback on Collier is plus 160. Villante's coming in. The big, decent favorite, minus 200. Big Brady, what you think about it?
What do I think about? I can't believe this is a fight on a UFC card here.
I know it should be the main event, right?
It's definitely the people's main event. I mean, it's two guys that you would like to fade, but they're facing each other. So what exactly do you do in this spot? And these two guys, on the scales in their last fight, they both looked horrendous. I mean, Jake Collier looked awful. I mean, this is a dude that used to fight at 185 in his career, and he came in and he just weighed in 264. So, man, I had a ton of Tom Aspinall in that fight. And the same thing about Gian Villante here. He looked the worst he's ever had in his career. Obviously, the dude looked, low key pregnant, and now they're facing each other here. So, man, I want to see the weigh-ins for this fight here. I want to see the weigh-ins. I want to see if anybody made adjustments to what they looked like last time. At least Villante put out a good performance in a way. Against Maurice Green, he looked fine on the feet. He was able to hurt Maurice Green, knock him down, ultimately getting subbed by Maurice Green, just like holding on to him, and he tapped. It was insane. Jake Collier went out there and got knocked out in a minute. So at least Villante had, I guess, a better showing. So I'm going to pick Villante here and lean him. And it is the first fight of the night. I do think this fight's going to be somewhat important. If Jake Collier, I'll be honest, if Jake Collier comes in, weighs in at like 264, 265 like he did last time, I'm probably going to be pretty heavy on Gian Villante. So I'm going to take Gian Villante here. I'm going to have a decent amount of him if Jake Collier looks bad on the scales, but I think the weigh-ins are going to be very important. I can't say much after that until we do see the weigh-ins, but the pick's definitely Villante. If Jake Collier comes in here, he looks like he made a lot of improvements with his weight and stuff, then yeah, I'll have some Collier, but it's really hard to pay $7,400, decent price there. But this is someone that fought at 185, and he barely had power for the 185 weight class. So I don't know if that power is going to translate, and I don't know if this dude's been training. So it's a tough fight here, but it's going to be hilarious. So I'm interested in it.
Yeah, this is the bodybuilders main event right here, boys. We got Jake Collier coming in, pretty much Larry the Cable Guy, beefed up a little bit. Gian Villante, the Italian stud, that he basically looked pregnant, like Brady said. But let's look at it as far as a DraftKings side, Brady. So we have Mr. Gian coming in 8,800 on DraftKings, compared to Collier coming in at 7,400. Are either one of these guys a plug and play in a cash and a GPP? Is it a fade for you on DraftKings? How are you looking at it on DraftKings?
Yeah, I'm probably going to fade this fight in cash, but in GBPs, I actually have some interest. I don't think many people are going to go to this fight. I mean, a lot of people think this is going to be very sloppy, probably goes to decision, but I can very well see Gian Villante coming out there and knocking out Collier in the first round. If he does not do that, of course, it's going to bust, but first fight of the night, usually is something I like to target because nobody likes targeting it, so I will have some Villante, but like I said, it's all up to the weigh-ins there, but definitely a good fight for tournaments.
Very nice, very nice. So let's slide on to fight number 2. We got Damon Jackson versus Mr. Tapoya. So we got Topuria coming in a minus 255 favorite. The comeback on Mr. Damon Jackson is plus 200. What you think about it, Brady?
Yeah, I like Topuria a lot, and I had a lot of him his last fight against Youssef Zalal. He was actually the underdog in that fight, and definitely paid off. The dude looked fantastic for the first 2.5 rounds. After that, he did gas out a little bit. I think people are looking into that a little bit too much. I mean, it's really hard to find a path to victory for Damon Jackson here. I mean, the dude got beat up for 2.5 rounds against Mirsad Bektic in his last fight, ended up getting the sub. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that against Topuria, who is a legit black belt, and the dude's an absolute stud. Topuria is probably one of my favorite plays on the slate. I'm going to have a ton of them, but yeah, Topuria did slow down in his last fight. Remind you that it was on short notice, so I'm not expecting that. But yeah, if he does slow down, Damon Jackson could take over. But honestly, I don't think this is going to get past the second round. So I'm going to load up on Topuria. I think Damon Jackson's a decent play in tournaments as a pump play because there is some upside there. But I really like Topuria this week a lot for DraftKings.
Yeah, Topuria is a beast, it seems. So Damon Jackson, how does his submission resume look? Is he a guillotine sub kind of guy? Is he going to slap up a triangle? How's his submission game look? Like, how many wins by sub does he have?
He has a ton. I mean, 78% finish rate. He gets all kinds of subs. The dude's legit on the mat himself, but I just think Topuria is on a whole different level with the wrestling. I think he's going to be the one that's on top, which I do think is important. And it's just hard to see Jackson finding something off his back against somebody as high level as Topuria. So,
yeah, no, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah. Like, I'm sitting here looking at his stats on DK. And he fought Zalal last time. Youssef Zalal, nice up-and-coming top prospect. A lot of people were high on Zalal. He has decent striking, kind of the Dom Cruz type movement, good wrestling, decent wrestling, good guillotines. And Topuria came out, dropped 98 fantasy points on him. His salary was $7,600. He definitely paid up. He got 5 takedowns on Zalal. So my thought process was just kind of like, possibly the only chance he really loses is if he jumps into some kind of guillotine by Damon Jackson, something like that. If he gets sloppy, somehow slips up and gets caught in some kind of guillotine. But besides that, I see Topuria rolling. I see takedowns. I see him winning on the feet. I probably see him winning a decision victory, but I'm not going to pick a how to. But yeah, I'm with you as far as Topuria. I think he's a big play on DK this week. Is he a plug in cash and GPP or one or the other, or how would you play him?
Yeah, I think I do have him in cash at the moment. I'm probably going to stick with it. But yeah, tournaments for sure. I'm going to have a ton of Topuria. But like I said, I will have some Damon Jackson because, like you said, he could fall into something. I don't think it's all that likely, but it definitely is possible. And at 7,200, if Jackson does find that sub, it's going to be optimal. So going to have a ton of this fight in general, but more leaning towards the Topuria side.
Very nice, very nice. Shout out to the chat. We see you boys out there. We got James Boone out there, TJ Kill. We got Big Show Picks. I see you, brother. We got Big Dylan. He says he's on Nate the Train. Nate the Train. Choo-choo. Nate the Train. Mystic Sosa. What's up? What's up, good brother? Billy Brisbane. Check him out. Check the young buck out. What's up, brother? No problem, BSP. That's how we roll, brother. Big Michael Miller says, big brain. That's right. Big Danny Sejo. What's up, boys? Hudson Gray. Shout out to all the boys. If you could, as you hit that like button, make sure you hit that share link. Share this link to your social medias, to your Twitters, your Facebook, your MySpace. Copy the link. Send it in your phone contacts. Send it out. Help your boys spread the news. Let's get on to the next fight. MyBookie.ag. We have Jimmy Flick coming in, the minus 165 favorite versus Cody Durden. The comeback on Cody Durden is plus 135. What you think about it, Brady?
Yeah, so this is probably going to be the fight I have the most exposure to for DraftKings here. Two guys that are definitely going to go at it. And I think Cody Durden is going to be one of the more popular, if not the most popular dog pick on the slate. I see a ton of love for him. And I was getting ready to go in there and bet Cody Durden until I got into the tape. I did not like what I saw from Cody Durden's fights. I mean, the dude is going to have better striking here. The problem is, in like all the fights I've watched, he takes all his opponents to the mat. Like he gets a lot of takedowns. And I even saw a fight where he was getting taken down like 4 times, 5 times in one round. And Jimmy Flick, watching tape on him, like I can see why a ton of people are on Durden because this dude's striking is very suspect. Whenever he gets hit, he covers up. The dude's been knocked out 4 times. And I don't know, it's a tough fight to call, but I just see this fight hitting the mat one way or another. And at that point, you've got to give the advantage to Flick. And that's why I'm definitely leaning there. But I'm going to have a ton of this fight on DraftKings because I think if Durden can keep this on the feet, which would be smart, if he can stop the takedowns, which I don't see happening personally, but if he can, maybe he finds a knockout shot. And if Flick is able to get this to the mat, Flick's grappling is legit. So I want a ton of this fight. The pick's going to be Flick. I will have a little bit more Flick, but man, I'm going to be like close to 100% owned on this fight here. It's a great tournament fight.
Yeah, you think this is an optimal? You think this is going to see the optimal right here? You think these boys are come out, going to maybe see some takedowns, some transitions, some scrambles, rack you up some points that way, maybe see some volume on the feet, some type of submission? Is that kind of how you see this going?
Yeah, it's really hard to see it not ending up in the optimal lineup with all the, like you said, takedowns, advances, reversals. Someone's getting probably finished as well, so I do like it a lot.
Nice. Yeah. We got Skywalker DFS coming in with the $5 dono. Thanks, Brady and Mo. No doubt, brother. Appreciate you, my good brother. Shout out to Skywalker DFS. Like I said, go over there, give him a subscribe on YouTube after you hit the subscribe on Pub Sports Radio, of course. Shout out to you, Skywalker. Thank you for the support, good brother. Let's see here. So, yeah, I mean, I think Durden will probably be one of your more popular dogs too. Just like Machiavelli said in the chat, he does like to lay and pray, but I'm going to go with Jimmy Flick's BJJ, his grappling. I think he's going to be able to get his butterfly hooks in, maybe get a sweep, maybe get some kind of sub, cause some scrambles. I don't think he's just going to allow Durden to just plot forward and do his thing. So the pick right now is Flick. So maybe check to see if we change our minds. If not, the pick is Flick. Ooh, yeah. I didn't mean to do that. The pick is Flick.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if Durden laid and prayed on Flick there. That'd be an interesting strategy.
Yeah, no, I don't really see. That's kind of playing with fire. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get burned. You're going to get burned. So, next fight, mybookie.ag. We got, this is a good one. We got Jordan Leavitt coming in minus 400 versus Matt Wiman plus plus 300. So I know a lot of people thinking like they're holding their breath right now. Is this the fight that Brady is going all in on the dog?
No, no, no,
Oh,
no.
okay, yeah. No, I tricked you fuckers out there. Y'all thought it was this one. But what you think about this one, Brady?
I really don't like this fight at all. I mean, watching tape on Leavitt, it's not the most I'm trying to be nice here. Man, this dude has no striking at all. He goes out there, he lays on the mat. And he like butt scoots to try to get takedowns. His wrestling's okay. The one thing I do like about him is that he does go for the takedown, and he's very, he keeps going after the takedown. And he doesn't stop. That's the one thing I do like about him. And I mean, Matt Wiman took like a 5-year layoff a couple of years ago, came back. He's 0-2 since. He's looked like atrocious. So they're definitely giving Leavitt Wiman here to build him up. And Leavitt is probably going to win, but I think like if Leavitt was fighting anybody else, I would probably fade him here. But since he is fighting like 37-year-old, 38-year-old Matt Wiman, I'm going to go with Leavitt here. 9,200. It's tricky because the dude's going to land, and I'm not even joking, he's going to land maybe 0 to 5 significant strikes. And he's going to have to probably get a first round finish to pay off anything. I know he's going to be able to get takedowns very easy on Wiman, but the thing is, Wiman, he's still a black belt. The dude's never been submitted. He fought Joe Selecki, who I rate really highly and is a beast on the mat. Joe Selecki wasn't able to get him out of there. So I don't know. I think Leavitt's going to win, but the 9,200, I mean, if he does not get the finish early, it's hard to see him really paying off that price tag. And I do think he's going to have a ton of ownership because everybody wants to fade Wiman there, and rightfully so. So I think I'm going to be underweight to this fight. I don't know. I'm probably not going to have much of Wiman as well. I mean, the dude's a black belt. If anything, I don't know. I'm probably going to pass on this fight. But the picks, Leavitt, definitely not laying the minus 400. But yeah, give me Leavitt there, but not much on DraftKings, honestly.
Yeah. So before I give you my little analysis, Big Micah Bell coming in with a $10 dono. Coming in. What up, boys? Hope you feeling better. Big brain.
Appreciate it.
Says, appreciate you, good brother. So yeah, shout out to you, Micah Bell, a super supporter of Pub, always coming through with the dono. So super appreciative of Micah Bell. Shout out to you, Micah Bell. If you ever have any social media you want to plug or a YouTube channel of your own or whatever, Micah, plug that in the chat, brother, and we'll support you as well. Shout out to your Sky, Big TJ. He said Wyman's finally ready to fight. TJ's going all in on Wiman by decision.
I like it.
Brady, does he have COVID?
He might. No, I don't know. I actually think Wiman is in a crazy way somewhat live here. I really do, but
I kind of do too.
It's just hard to trust him.
I don't see him subbing him.
No. So
I see probably Jordan winning by decision, but just because he's going to be in the dominant positions. But Wyman's a lot of things, but dude isn't a quitter. You know what I mean? Dude's not dude. So I don't think he's going to win, but I'm not mad at really mad. I might play mad if you go Wyman. If you was to go Wyman, I might. But yeah. TJ, we'll go with it. Big Machiavelli. Shout out to Big Boston Nick MMA. So shout out to Mr. Fat Fist. Follow him on Twitter. He's been on the ponies with Big Razor Sharp Picks. All SP in the building. Shout out to you, Nikki. Big Skywalker John. Alex Ramirez. What's up, good brother? He got Koski PTSD. Oh no. Be careful with that, Billy Brisbane.
Yeah, like Billy said, like how many times we've seen these UFC newcomers come in as a big favorite and lose. So
yeah, boom. You got to be careful with it, boys. So we appreciate y'all. Hit that like. Let's get on to the next fight right here. Next fight, we got Louis Smolka coming in. Your minus 140 favorite versus Jose Quinones. The comeback on him is plus 110. What you think about it, Brady?
Yeah, so it's hard to really get excited about Quinones on DraftKings because the dude doesn't really score all that well. A 40% finish rate, which is the worst on the card. The dude, like we mentioned a couple weeks ago when we broke this down, he has jiu-jitsu tattooed on his chest. The dude has one submission and has a submission loss as well. So I don't rate the dude pretty high. I see a ton of people on him. I don't understand it. We'll have to see though. The only concern I have with Smolka is he missed weight his last fight, huge red flag, and he had to pull out of the fight due to weight cutting issues. Another red flag, and then he has to cut weight again, a third red flag. So I guess you can take Quinones just because of that. But from a DraftKings perspective, I think Smolka is definitely the better play here. 88% finish rate. We have seen Quinones finished twice, once by knockout, once by submission. I think if anybody's getting finished here, it's going to be Smolka getting the finish. So for that reason, I'm going to have a decent amount of Smolka at 8,300. I think it will be low owned because a ton of people are on Quinones. But like I mentioned, so many red flags. But I'm going to take Smolka here.
Nice. I'm going to follow you up. I'm going to stay with my pick that I had before. We're going to go with Smolka. I think he's just a better overall fighter. Like we talked about, Quinones has jiu-jitsu on his chest and is a stand-up fighter that throws leg kicks. Come on, guy. You know what I mean? Like what are we doing, guy? But Smolka, I think he's a better boxer. I like how Smolka will work the body. He'll go body head. He'll keep people guessing. He's super flexible, decent hips. He can get taken down, but he's good with subs off his back. He has a nice guillotine, nice sweeps, real active. I don't think we got to worry about Mr. Quinones coming in getting a takedown. So I'm going to go with Smolka, the same pick I had before. As far as DraftKings, 8,300 for Smolka, I'm not mad at it. That's a nice mid-range lineup that he could come out and get the finish. He has nice boxing. I don't really see him dropping Jose, but I could see some scrambles happen. I could see, decent volume by Smolka. So at 8,300, I'm not mad at the play. And if you want to play Quinones at his price, I'm not mad at him either, because either guy could win. Quinones could come in, like Brady had talked about. We don't never know about Smolka. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't never know what place in his mind he's in. He could come out and put on a show, or he could come out and flop. So right now the pick's Smolka, and we're going to rock with Smolka. Next on the fight card, we have Movsar Evloev, your minus 610 favorite coming in versus Nate the Train. Nate Landwehr. The comeback on Nate Landwehr is plus 410. What you think about it, Brady?
I mean, interesting fight here. And Evloev is what, like minus 650, something crazy like that. Yeah. And I can't really say I understand why, but I do think it should be favored here pretty big. I think it opened up at like minus 275, around minus 300. I think it should be more around that like minus 350 range. But he should win here against Nate Landwehr. He's better pretty much everywhere. He should be able to take down Landwehr and grind him out for most of the fight. He probably will have some exchanges with him. He's got to be careful there. It's just I don't see Evloev being able to really get a guy as tough as Landwehr out of there. And Evloev's not a finisher in the first place. Evloev does have a 54% finish rate, which is the second worst on the whole card there. So I don't know if he's going to be able to go out there and finish Landwehr, a guy as tough as Landwehr that is just going to come forward, eat shots with his chin. And I don't know, Evloev has not scored well on DraftKings so far. In his last fight against Grundy, scored 70 DraftKings points at 9,100. Before that, Borzola, only 86 DraftKings points at 8,700. In his first fight against Choi, only 83 DraftKings points at 9,100. So in all of his fights, he's not hitting value. Do I expect him to here? Honestly, no. I'm probably going to be very low owned on Evloev. I'm expecting him to be kind of low owned in general, but really hard to pay that much for a guy that's not going to finish, for a guy that does not throw a crazy amount of volume, crazy amount of takedowns. So probably just a pass on this fight for me. If anything, Landwehr at 6,900, we've seen crazier things happen, and this dude's a madman. Nate the Train, maybe he could finish Evloev there and give him the first loss there. So I'm probably going to have more exposure to Landwehr. I'm not going to go crazy on it, but not a fight I want to target in general, really.
Hey, just real quick, can we get a Nate the Train?
Nate the Train.
Damn, Brady. Damn, I feel you, man. You just don't feel that good.
Yeah,
but
maybe more. I got you.
Yeah, no doubt, brother. Just stay away from that SoCo. But I think that Movsar is going to win. But as far as how these guys match up, I am not mad at Nate the Train. So how you looked at Movsar, how his DraftKings looked, I just pulled Nate the Train's up. And Burns, we know about that knee up the middle that ended him. But against Elkins, somebody that comes out, looks for takedowns, looks to grind against you, walks forward. He threw 118 significant strikes, and he scored 94 points when his salary was 7,900. So if you think about how Movsar fights, he walks forward. He likes to throw in combos. He likes to try to level change. Likes to try to get some takedowns. Not a whole lot. Not a whole. It's just it's not just a crazy amount like a Khabib. He's just going for the takedown, but it is there. And you have Nate the Train. If dude's anything, dude throws volume and dude's tough. So I could see him throwing a lot of volume. And if he throws a lot of volume and stuffs those takedowns, which I ultimately don't think he will, I think that Movsar will probably get like one takedown around, something like that. And maybe, keep up with the strikes, do enough to win, maybe a 29-28 decision. I think that this fight's going to the decision for sure. But if you want to play Nate on DK for 69, he's going to put the volume up, and I don't think he's going to get finished. So if anything, him being a punt play, I'm not mad at it because he can't put the volume up. He put 118 strikes on Elkins, and Movsar is going to walk at him, and he's going to be in his face, and he's going to give him the opportunity to throw those strikes. I just don't think he's going to win that battle, but the pick is Movsar, but not mad at a DK standpoint, not mad at a if like a GPP, something like that, I wouldn't be mad if you threw him in there. Now, as far as Movsar on the money line, I would not parlay that -6 whatever. I would stay as far away from it as possible. Maybe, in my opinion, bet fight goes to decision. Me, really, just stay away from it. Just stay away from it. Sit back and enjoy it because it's going to be a banger. It's going to be Nate the Train is coming. So, pick Movsar, DK, dog or pass. We got 45 of y'all in here. We appreciate y'all rocking with us on this off night. We normally come at you on Tuesday. So to have 45 of y'all in here on this off night of us randomly popping in, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us. MyBookie.ag. Next fight on the fight card, we got Roman Dolidze, boom. It was on the tip of my tongue. Roman Dolidze coming in, your -200 favorite versus John Allan. The comeback on him is +160. What you think about it, Brady?
Yeah, I love Dolidze here. He's probably my favorite play on the whole slate. The dude's a beast, 7-0, 100% finish rate. We saw him go in his UFC debut against Khadis Ibragimov. In that fight, I want to say he was like 7,000, or I want to say he's like 8,700 or like 8,000. 8,800 in that fight, and he went out there and he knocked out Khadis Ibragimov in the first round, and he scored 110 DraftKings points. He was actually 8,900 in that fight, but yeah, I was all over him then. I'm going to be all over him here.
He scored 110 in that Ibragimov fight.
Yeah, he went out there and he looked good. I mean, there was question marks with him surrounding like he had a little bit of a layoff because he did test positive for PADs, but he came back. He looked fantastic in that fight, knocked him out in the first round. And I know what everybody's going to say, Khadis Ibragimov, but it was impressive. I mean, Khadis is someone who's very tough. He doesn't usually get finished by knockout, and he went out there and knocked him out in the first round. So I actually do think that's a little impressive there. And yeah, the thing about John Allan there is he went out there against Mike Rodriguez. He put on a really good performance, took him down a decent amount of times, got a bunch of advances, all that, scored really well on DraftKings. And I do remember that fight really well because Mike Rodriguez was like 9,400 in that fight, and Allan was like 6,800 in that fight. And I had like no Allan, and I had a ton of Mike Rodriguez. So Allan did spoil my night there, and comes to find like this dude was on PEDs for that Mike Rodriguez fight. So I do think that played a big factor there. And even then, like Mike Rodriguez's takedown defense is like 50%. He has a non-existent ground game there. So I'm not looking all that into that. But Dolidze, like watching tape on him, the only thing I can say is like he's low volume, but he's very sharp. Like he's very technical, and when he lands very hard. And this dude's a madman. He's like Nate the Train. He's going out there and he's yelling at his opponent. The dude is a beast there. He has a ton of power. I do think he's probably going to knock out Allan there. The only thing is if Allan wants to take down Dolidze, I think he's going to be playing in a world of trouble. It comes to find like Dolidze is a black belt in BJJ. I went on his Instagram and it said like world champion in grappling, which is nice to hear. And watching tape, there's like not much tape on people taking down Dolidze, and now I know why, because the dude is a grappling beast as well. He does have some submissions early in his career, but man, I'm all over Dolidze here at 8,700. Probably going to be, I want to say either my first or second highest owned play on the slate. As for Allan, I will have some because this fight is probably going to finish. But man, I do think Dolidze is going to get done here for sure.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I mean, Allan, since you're Mr. Fancy Pants, I guess, in your off time, you didn't work on your grammar. His name's not John Allan, it's John Allan.
Allan, yep.
John Allan. But who'd he come out to? Didn't he lose to that Vincent Maria or something like that? That dude that's god awful.
Yeah.
What's his name? I don't want to. Let's see.
I don't know how to pronounce I know who you're talking about though. He got submitted in the first round, I think, or the second round.
I don't remember. But yeah, no, it's like and you see Roman, and then you go watch some tape, and dude is a grappling beast, man. I've seen him jump for like fucking knee bars, jump for fucking ankle locks, for heel hooks. He rolls for shit. Dude's a beast. He is low volume. I don't like that he throws 1 or 2 punches at a time. And really, against Kiedis, it wasn't that impressive. He went to go head kick him, and it wasn't a clean head kick. He caught him with his knee. It didn't look pretty, but whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying? I don't like how he just throws one, and he's just real wild. And when you're real wild, you get that chance to get caught. And at one point in time, he's going to get caught. I just don't think that Allan's going to be the guy that catches him. I think rather Allan tries to hold him up against the cage, tries to take him down. I think Roman's going to be better everywhere. I think he's going to hit harder. I think he's a better grappler. So I think Roman inside the distance, he will take him out ITD. I just don't know by KO or submission because he's a beast in both. So
could be either.
So there you go. We got a couple people in the chat. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Let's see. We got Vince 79 Gator in the building. What's up? He said, "What's up, Mo? What's up, Big Brady? What's up, Big Vince?" We appreciate y'all for rocking with us. We got Big Connor. We got Aldo Estrada saying that Thursday's better, boys. That might be something we might have to put together in the future for you boys. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jack Attack MMA. Check him out on YouTube as well. He likes to do UFC predictions. Shout out to Jack Attack, my brother from across the pond that eats porridge and eats beans for breakfast. You know what I'm saying? But hey, still my brother. Shout out to you, Jack. Big Alex Ramirez. Shout out to you. We got Machiavelli. We got Johnny Cardone in the building. Oh, yeah. Dig it. The Macho Man. Shout out to Johnny Cardone. Check out Higgins' podcast. Him and Higgins have a nice podcast where they talk all kinds of fun facts, talk music, talk current political news, talks about entertainment, talks about all the good stuff. Check out Johnny Cardone. Shout out to you, brother. Machiavelli. Let's get on to this next one. Before we do, if you want to get jacked like Big Brady, the only reason that Brady is looking like $1 million still, no matter what he's going through, it's because he's been on them bulksupplements.com. That's right. If he wasn't on those amino acids, if he hasn't been taking them protein powders, who knows what this guy would have shriveled up to by now. But since he's been on those amino acids, his hair is still growing strong, boys. He still has strong hair follicles, still has nice muscles. We got to cover him up because we ain't trying to catch some kind of rating here on YouTube. He's got to cover up because he's a beefcake. But check out bulksupplements.com. Use code PubSports. Save you some money on your first purchase. Next up on mybookie.ag, we got hey, this is either the people's main event or the people's co-main event. You know what I'm saying? We got Miss Santos, Miss Taila Santos coming in, your minus 220 favorite versus the better De La Rosa in the UFC, Montana De La Rosa. The comeback is plus 180. What you think about this one, Brady?
Yeah, I don't really care about this fight too much, but I don't know. In the past couple of weeks, it seems like these women's fights have really been going off and finding the optimal lineup at low ownership. I honestly could see this fight kind of playing out the same way. Santos is 16-1, her one loss being to Mara Morella. And in that fight, or after the fight, she said that she was battling some serious nerves, and you can definitely see she looked like a completely different fighter in the Molly McCann fight. So Santos has a 76% finish rate, and De La Rosa has a 75% finish rate. I don't know. I kind of feel like somebody might be able to get finished in this fight. We've seen De La Rosa knocked out before. We've seen De La Rosa sub before. And I don't know, I have a sneaky suspicion that there's a good chance this fight could find the optimal lineup at low ownership. And for that reason, I will have some. But I don't know. I'm going to pick Santos to win here. I do think she's a beast there. She showed massive improvements against Molly McCann. She went in there. She was actually taking down Molly McCann, which I did not expect at all. But she took down like 4 or 5 times. Of course, De La Rosa wants to get this on the mat. If she does, she'll have a big advantage. I just don't know if De La Rosa is going to be able to do that. Santos looked like she was a beast. She looked like a completely different fighter in the Molly McCann fight. So if she looks anything like she did in the Molly McCann fight, I do think that she'll probably dominate this fight. And at 8,900, a lot of people, well, pretty much nobody's going to play that. I'm going to actually have some because it's going to be so low owned. And maybe she does finish De La Rosa. Like I said, De La Rosa has been finished twice. So I will have some Santos at 8,900. And De La Rosa at 7,300. That's a good price as well. If she's able to get Santos down, maybe she can find a sub. But yeah, it's an interesting fight there. Not many people are going to be on it, but for that reason, I am very interested. Like Dumont last week. Dumont was on the optimal lineup. Gina Mazzani, which I was ready for that one. She was on the optimal lineup. She scored like 140. So I don't know. I feel like this women's fight could go low owned and find the optimal lineup here.
Yeah, we're on the same page on this one too, good brother. And I think I definitely underestimated Miss Santos. You know what I'm saying? She had her debut. She came in, Barella. Saw an interview where she said the nerves took over and she just couldn't let loose. Well, she freaking let loose on Molly McCann. And she strikes like a man. I think she's going to be twice as fast as Montana here. And I think she has strong hips. I think that if anybody takes anybody down, it's going to be her taking Montana down. And I don't want to see it because Montana is a cute young lady. And I think she's going to be – but if she's anything, the young lady is tough. And she's going to keep walking forward. She has heart. We're going to see her bleeding because Santos is going to throw that jab out there. She's going to be teeping her in the face, teeping her in the stomach, jabbing her in the face, hooking her, changing levels, getting down, elbowing her in the face, and she's not going to give up. She could finish her, but I think De La Rosa is probably going to be tough enough to tough it out and go to see the cards, but I think she's going to be a bloody mess. And I think Santos is just better. I don't necessarily think that her submission game is better. I think maybe De La Rosa probably has a better submission game, but I don't think that she has the skills to get it where she needs to get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that she's going to be able to change levels and take her down. I think Santos' hips are too strong. I think she's too athletic. She digs for underhooks. She has that fast twitch muscle, and she showed that she's not really going to gas. She's going to keep it coming. So the pick is Santos, and like you said, at that price range, nobody is going to really be playing her, but she's going to put that volume up. She's going to put the volume up. She has the chance for those takedowns. And if anything, okay, think about it. If it all goes down kind of like we think it's going to go down, it's going to be either one or two ways. She's either going to finish her, like hurt her and finish her in the first or second round, or she's going to be able to take that butt whooping and she's going to throw up a lot of volume with a couple takedowns in between. So, you know what I'm saying? So I think that she can hit 88 points. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I mean, in her last fight, she was 8,000. Nobody played her because, as we know, everybody was on Molly McCann, and she put up 99 DraftKings points. So I think she can definitely have that ceiling there of like a 99 DraftKings points performance there.
Yeah, there you go. So wham, bam, boom. The pick is Santos. I think a lot of people in the chat do. We got Mr. Cardone coming in. De La Rosa didn't train at elevation for this fight. So there you go. That's one thing, you know, that cardio might not be there to shoot for 20 takedowns. So, yeah, Santos by murder, just like James Boone said. Unfortunately, we're going to have a bloody mess, boys.
Most likely, yeah.
Let's see here. Next up on the fight card, we got Gabriel Benitez coming in, your minus 225 favorite versus Justin Jaynes. The comeback on Justin Jaynes is plus 185. What you think about it, Brady?
So, I mean, from a DraftKings perspective, this is a fight you really want to target just because of the style of Justin Jaynes. And I remember him coming in there against Frank Camacho as a big underdog. DraftKings put him in at 6,900. And what does he do against Frank Camacho? He comes in there, lands a 16-piece combo, and puts Frank Camacho out, scoring 108 DraftKings points, low ownership. Ruining a ton of my lineups because I was all on Frank Camacho, who was like 8,000 at the time. And yeah, I mean, that's just how he fights. He comes in there trying to get the kill. If he does not get the kill, he's going to lose. And those are fighters you want to target on DraftKings. So yeah, I have an extreme interest in Justin Jaynes at 7,600 there as an underdog. I think he's very live here. And I think if he wins, he's going to win in the first round. The problem is if he does not get that first round knockout. We saw him tire a ton in that Gavin Tucker fight. His last fight ended up getting finished. He even rocked Gavin Tucker in that first round there. But yeah, I mean, if Jaynes does not get that first round finish, he's going to lose. So for that reason, I will have some Jaynes, because if he wins, he's going to score a ton. He's going to find the optimal lineup. But on the flip side, Gabriel Benitez at 8,600. The problem for me is Jaynes is very tough. He's never been knocked out. He has been submitted before in his last fight, but I think that if, just from the style of Jaynes, I think Benitez could possibly finish him. I just see someone getting finished in this fight, basically. So I'm going to have a lot of this fight. The pick's going to be Benitez because, I mean, how can you pick Jaynes outright? Because it's basically like picking Spike Carlisle. I mean, first round or bust, basically. So I think Benitez has more paths to victory. I'm going to say Benitez gets a second round knockout, but on DraftKings, you really want to chase those fighters that are going to fight for your money and are looking for that early finish, and Justin Jaynes is that guy. So lots of interest in this fight for me, really.
We got X Jensen about on the same page as you. He says that he's on Jaynes round 1 plus 700. So in the DraftKings world and DraftKings lingo, if that happens, that's what you're looking for. So I'm not mad at that, Jensen. If he wins, that's probably how he wins. I think that I'm more on with Dell right here. I mean, I think Benitez is going to win. I don't really see Jaynes just coming forward like he does with everybody else, throwing big wild hooks, big bolo bombs, and knocking Benitez out. He has pretty good footwork, pretty good, the horizontal left to right movement, good with leg kicks, good inside leg kicks, good outside leg kicks, good jab. Dude's a nice prospect, and I just don't see Jaynes coming out and smoking him like he has some other people. So I'm going to go Benitez. Probably inside the distance. I'll look at it closer to fight time or whatever, see if there's any line movement or anything as far as just betting straight up on the book. As far as DK, just like you, not mad at either side really, because this is going to be a barn burner. Jaynes says that it's ending within the first round, so that means he's going to end it in the first round, or he's going to gas himself out trying to end it, and then Benitez is going to end him. So either way, I think whatever side finishes, whatever side wins is going to be looking decent on DK. So I'm not mad at either play on that. My pick is Benitez just because I don't think that he's going to be able to – I don't think Jaynes is going to be able to finish Benitez when in the first round is when he needs to. So the pick is Benitez. But Jaynes, I mean, I think he's a live dog for sure.
Yeah. I mean, Benitez is the much better fighter, but how many times have we seen where that really doesn't matter? So I don't know. It's going to be a good fight.
Exactly. Jaynes is fighting for his pops. Uh-oh.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, shit. Well, that's a game changer.
His dad's going to be in his corner, I think, too.
Oh, man.
I think they said it's going to be like the last time his dad's going to watch him live or something. Yeah.
Oh, shit, son.
I know. It's going to be crazy, man.
Oh, shit. Jaynes' dad. Hey, bro. Oh man, I don't know.
Oh, Jaynes is gonna come out there and he's gonna try to take it out,
bro. Because dude's gonna be willing to die out there.
Yeah.
Shit, man. Ooh. Jaynes might be the play here, dog.
bet the under. Bet the under.
There you go. There you go.
Bet the
under. Everybody wins.
Yep.
But yeah, shout out. Hey, that makes me even want to go against what I think. I want Jaynes to win now, even though. Who doesn't want to see – I don't want to see dude lose in front of his dad when his dad's about to die. That shit is sad, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, Shout out to you, Justin Jaynes. Shout out to you, Papa Justin Jaynes. And, the pick is Benitez. We're some douchebags. So, the next fight is the co-main event of the evening. Coming from mybookie.ag, you might see Brady looking a little suspect right now because he's about to have to explain himself. We got John. So I've heard a couple different ways. Brady said it's just Jamal. I've heard Jamal. How did I say it earlier?
Jamahal.
Jamahal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so we're just going to call him Jay Hill. All right.
Okay.
We got Jay Hill coming in, your minus 180 favorite. And the comeback on the old vet, the old thoroughbred coming out of the barn, ready for like his 57th fight ever in the UFC, Ovince St. Preux. The comeback on OSP is plus 150. Brady, if they don't know, now they know. Can you please explain yourself why you're picking OSP, sir?
Yeah, I got it. And actually, I think I'm like one of the only people out there that's going with OSP. And it's kind of weird because OSP is liked by a lot of people. I'm actually a big OSP hater. I don't know what it is. I don't really like the guy, but I think this is such a winnable matchup for him here. So Jamal Hill, I mean, the dude's really impressive. He's going to be just about as big as OSP, which we typically don't see nowadays. And Jamal Hill, like his competition is so suspect. The dude's 8-0. He's going from Darko Stosic to Klitzen Abreu to Ovince St. Preux. Like that's such a big step up. I mean, going from Klitzen Abreu and Stosic to OSP there. And then in the Stosic fight, like he was getting tagged a lot in that fight. He got taken down like 5 or 6 times by Stosic as well. And I think if OSP comes in here with the game plan of going for takedowns, and if he gets on top, like even once, I think Jamal Hill is going to be in a world of trouble. And the dude's takedown defense is so suspect, and he's still so green. And you're going from, like I said, like so low level competition to OSP, someone who's, fought for a title, someone who's been in the game a long time. I know he's definitely past his prime. The dude gets rocked in every fight. But I will say this, all the dude does get rocked. He's only been knocked out twice in like you said, he like 40 fights. So twice in 40 fights. So I'm going to go with OSP here. I'm going to be playing a both on DraftKings, though. I do think someone's getting finished, whether it is Jamal Hill getting the finish on the feet, or whether if OSP takes down Jamal Hill and maybe finds a submission. And we even seen that OSP still has some power in his hands last fight when he knocked out Alonzo Menafield the last fight there. So definitely a fight I went both sides, but that's kind of why I'm going with OSP here. I think Jamal Hill's a great prospect, but still very green. I want him to prove it to me here, beating a very good veteran in OSP.
You're getting crazy with that, bro.
It is crazy, I know.
Before I dig into that ass, shout out to you, Garcia, because I normally just watch Brady solo videos, but this combination personality is awesome. Appreciate the support, Mr. Garcia. Hey, guys, we got 69 people in here. It's a nice crowd for a Thursday. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us on this Thursday. You can normally catch us on Tuesdays, but I don't know, Brady. This Thursday time slot doesn't seem too bad, so I don't know. We'll see what's going on, because Is Thursday night football still going on? Is it still going to be going on going forward? Because I know we got Tuesday night football this coming up week.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to check the schedule, but yeah, I mean, Thursday, whatever's good for you, man. I'm good whenever.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just thinking like what's best for the people, you know what I'm saying? If we can have better stats for them or whatever by Thursday, then Thursday might be the play. But if there's Thursday night football, then Tuesday night's to play. So y'all just leave a comment if you're either watching the replay or whatever. Go to the video and leave a comment, and we'll just kind of do what the consensus says. If they like Tuesday, we'll keep rocking Tuesday. Thursday, there's no football, we will rock Thursday. So whatever the consensus said, we will rock. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We appreciate y'all. We got a couple names that I've never seen, so shout out to y'all. We'll go through a couple, starting right here with Jensen. Shout out to you, Jensen. AJS in the building. Big Justin Jr. Shout out to Justin Jr. Check him out on YouTube. 13-year-old interview phenom. Shout out to you, Justin. Big Dale 1G out there. BSP out there. Jack Attack. He said, Jamahal like Tomahawk. I got you, brother. We got Charlie Chips in the building. Vince 79 Gator. AJ or AI AJ. Whatever. We'll just call you friend. Big Garcia out there. Machiavelli. Dave Hell out there. What up, Big Dave? Appreciate you for rocking with us. We got B.A.Non coming in. OSP by sub. He said Von Preux choke possibly. Gunther Buck. Sweetest name in the freaking biz right there, dog. Gunther Buck. Get out of here. That is amazing. How OSP take him down, though? See, that's what we're going to talk about, TJ Kill. After AJS has hit that like button, shout out to you. Next week, Thursday, has a game. Shout out to you, William. Then we will be going Tuesday. Appreciate the support, Big Willie. He said it's Pats versus Chargers. Cowboy plays Tuesday night. Mo, that's right. We're going to I think we're playing Baltimore, and we're going to whoop that ass. That's right. Don't you laugh, Brady.
I'm not.
You cocksucker. Yeah, hey, let's hear your best Scottish. I can barely do an accent, an English accent, dog. I can barely speak English, let alone Scottish. But so that's my question. How is he going to get him down, Brady?
I mean, it would be nice to go out there and see him like try to shoot a double leg. It's just not something OSP really does. I mean, the dude doesn't go for as much takedowns as I'd like. If I saw OSP going out there getting multiple takedowns, I'd be more confident. I'd probably bet him, but he only lands about a takedown per 15 minutes. But honestly, I think that's all he needs. So we'll definitely see. It's a really interesting fight here.
I know I'm just messing with you. I am concerned about Hill getting taken down. I talked to Big P about this today. I talked to Boss Man El Jefe Presidente a little about this, but this was before I kind of watched a little bit of tape today and before I kind of just started thinking about it. But I am concerned if OSP comes out. He's not a chain grappler. He's not going to throw his southpaw and his walking butt, like he's going to throw 1 or 2 shots or a jab leg kick, a jab body kick, round kick. He throws real low volume, but he's not going to chain grapple off of that. Where that's going to come in is if Hill decides to entertain the clinch in any way, then he's going to be screwed. OSP is going to get his underhooks. Then if he can get outside trips, inside trips, the clinch takedowns, body lock takedowns, that kind of shit, that's where Hill's in trouble. That's what Hill has to stay away from. I get a little worried because Hill's not bad in the clinch himself. He has pretty good tie plum, pretty good knees, pretty good elbows. I want him to stay away. I want him to play the distance game. I want him to throw volume. He has good volume for a light heavyweight, good teeps, good front kicks, good round kicks, good combos. I am worried about the takedowns, though. We're in the game of predictions right here, and I'm predicting Hill. I think Hill's a top prospect. I think he's up and coming. I think that he's going to probably win a decision over OSP. I think a lot of people think that OSP's chin is degrading, but just like we talked about before we went live and you brought up, OSP's only been finished, like knocked out like 2 or 3 times, like 2 times, I think, in all his fights. So, yeah, he can be finished. Yeah, he can be rocked, but it seems like if he gets rocked, he goes to his grappling and he grabs you and he takes you down, then he freaking subs you. So, I am a little worried. I'm not mad. I'm just picking on Brady as far as the dog pick, OSP. It is OSP. It does take some cojones, some big nuts to say that live on screen in front of 71 people.
It does.
But I tip my hat to you, young man. His pick is OSP. I'm going Hill, but I'm not mad at any type of OSP, especially on DraftKings. I would probably prefer to play OSP on DraftKings than Hill because I think Hill's going to win a decision, but I don't think he's going to, score 100 points. So if OSP on DraftKings, if he wins, he'll probably score more because he'll get the takedowns, he'll get the sub, he'll get the finish. So pick is Hill. And let's see. Let's go to this chat, see what some people are saying. And that fight right there kind of got it popping, boys. So let's see. You found the channel last week. Been watching all MMA content has been coming out. Awesome stuff. Can't wait to appreciate the support, Big Craig Wilkinson. We go live on Saturday for the fights as well, brother. Tomorrow, we haven't decided. Since this is a small card, we haven't decided. We more than likely will probably go live tomorrow for Talking Hands. But if we don't, we will be back at it the following next week. But there's a good chance we'll probably be live tomorrow. But if not, you catch us for the fights from start to finish on Saturday. So shout out to everybody that's rocking with us, that's rocked with us tonight. See anybody new? Let's see. All right, wham, bam, boom. Let's head on to this main event of the evening on. From mybookie.ag, we got Marvin Vettori coming in. Your minus 140 favorite versus Jack Hermansson. The comeback on Hermansson is plus 110. What you think about this one, Brady?
This is such a tough fight to call, and it's right in that 8,200 to 8,000 price. Hermansson being 8,000, Vettori being 8,200. I'm probably going to be 100%, if not really close to 100% on this fight. You got 5 rounds there. I can see it being extended to the later rounds as well. And I don't know. I'm really struggling to pick a winner here. I'm more leaning towards the Hermansson side just because we've seen him go 5 rounds before and look good into the 4th and 5th round, look fresh, which is something you would like to see. And a lot of Vettori's fights, he kind of slows down in that 3rd round. He's never been in 5-round fights. So just the question marks alone with that is kind of leaning me towards the Hermansson side. And plus, like, Hermansson has been fighting the better competition. You could argue that Vettori fought Adesanya a couple of years ago, but still, like, Hermansson is a legit, like, top 5 guy in the division there. So I don't know. It's a big step up in competition for Vettori here. But man, I'm going to slightly lean with Hermansson just for the experience, just for that 5-round experience. I think is huge. As for like how the fight goes, like watching tape on Vettori, his takedown defense is extremely good. His get up games is extremely good. He was taken down like 4 times by Antonio Carlos Jr. in like 2016, 2017. Other than that, I don't think he's been taken down in the UFC. So, like I said, his takedown defense is legit. But if Hermansson is able to take him down, like Hermansson has a very, very good top game, very dangerous on the mat. And I'm just curious to see how Vettori's gas tank holds up in the later rounds. And like I said, we've seen Hermansson go to the 4th and 5th round. He looked fresh. He looked good. And Vettori, not training for 5 rounds is another question mark there. But all I know is I want a lot of this fight. I think if there is a finish, it's probably going to come from the Hermansson side. I mean, Vettori, he hits hard. And I mean, at least it looks like on tape, but the dude has only a 13% knockout rate, 60% submission rate. He's not going to go out there and submit Hermansson, you wouldn't think. Hermansson has been knocked out twice, though, a little bit on the chinny side, but he got knocked out by guys like Thiago Santos and guys like Jared Cannonier. Is Vettori, Santos, or Cannonier? I don't think so. So I can definitely see this going towards a decision with a decent amount of output by both guys, maybe a couple takedowns. And yeah, I think the winner is going to be on the optimal lineup at those prices. So like I said, 100%, probably going to slightly lean Hermansson. It's going to be like a 55-45 or like a 60-40 in favor for Hermansson for me, but I do want a lot of each side there.
Ooh, nice. You stepping out there tonight a little bit, huh? Doing a little salsa dance with them dog picks, huh?
Getting a little saucy. Yeah, I can't believe he's the dog too, like that with all the experience. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is wild. Whenever they first announced it, before I get into that, Don't Ask Donell coming in with the big $10 dono where the big boys play. Oh, I bet you're around about my age, Don't Ask, Don't Tell, because that is a nice WCW slogan, Brady. Your ass don't know nothing about no WCW, bro, where the big boys play.
I don't.
I hear you, Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Shout out to your brother. Boom, boom. Don't ask, don't tell. $10 dono. So if you want to be like Don't Ask, Don't Tell, we don't ask a lot from you. Only thing we ask, make sure you hit that like button. That's how YouTube knows that you enjoy what we got going here. Takes a half a second. Also, if you're not subscribed, take time, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, because PSR brings you content 7 nights a week. That's right. You have a live panel going over some type of sport 7 nights a week. So if you like sports content, if you like this panel type of content, if you like guys that dig into sports, that so you don't have to tell you where to play that money, whether it's DraftKings, whether it's straight up sports book money lines, over unders, whatever, we got it all. So hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. Also, guys, share this link, let people know where you catch your breakdowns here on PSR. So shout out to you again, Don't Ask. Oh, also, if you want to do the super chat like Don't Ask, like I said, we don't ask, no pun intended. We don't ask you to, but if you want to get back to the channel, do that through super chat. A penny to whatever is appreciated. All goes back to the channel. Appreciate you, Don't Ask. I thought when this was going to be announced, I thought I was going to be on the dog side. I thought Vettori was going to be the dog, probably a slight plus 120, plus, plus 110, right at even money. I thought I was going to be on the dog side. I think Vettori is going to win by decision. I think he's going to be able to stop the takedowns of Hermansson. I think his gas tank is going to hold up just fine. I like his striking. He seems to be a young cat that keeps getting better and better. This is a tough one for me because I like Hermansson. I like his fighting style. I like his body kicks. He doesn't throw a whole lot of volume, but he's good at body lock takedowns. He has decent wrestling, you know what I'm saying? He has some suplexes in the arsenal, but where he's dangerous is that Joker team, you know what I'm saying? That Joker arm in guillotine that he can just slide in, and he just slides that bad boy in. He can be in turtle position, right? He can be in turtle where somebody's covered up like this, and he can be popping them, and all of a sudden he throws an arm in and slides in, and all of a sudden he's in his Joker team, and you don't know how you got there. I don't think that Marvin's going to be shelled up getting hit, so I don't think that he's going to be caught in some type of situation where he's shooting into a guillotine. I think he's going to keep it on his feet, strong hips, underhooks, get his back off the cage, work his volume, win a decision. I think maybe, time or two, Joker might get him down. He might threaten him with a couple subs, but I think that Vettori will win a decision. As far as betting, especially getting it minus 140 now, I ain't really messing with Vettori at -140 just because I think that Hermansson could win. If this was if it was more even money, or I could get Vettori, a little bit of plus money, then I would probably definitely throw a nice little bet on Vettori because I think he'll win. But at -140, -150, it's going to start getting that way. I just don't really have interest. If I'm going to bet it, it would probably be Hermansson, but I think Vettori will end up getting the win. So, DraftKings wise, I'm not mad at either side. No, I take that back. Let's go look. What is Hermansson coming in at?
8,000 and Vettori is 8,200.
Yeah, I mean, nice little mid-range lineup. Actually, at that, I mean, I ain't mad at either of them. You know what I'm saying? Because Vettori can pay up. Let's see what Vittori's done in his last couple. Shit, against Carl Roberson, he put up 129. So he put up 45 significant strikes, 2 takedowns, and 2 advances. Against Sanchez, he scored 73 for or is it Carlos Ferreira? He fought 85, and Adesanya in a loss 36. So I mean, he can pay up for his 8,000. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at him on DK. Let's go look at Jack. Jack scored 91 against Gastelum, 18 against Cannonier, 122 against Jacare, and 100 against David Branch. So they entertained the grappling a little bit. Shit, against Souza, he put up 148 significant strikes. That's not bad. You think a lot of those were on the ground?
Yeah, a lot of them were.
Yeah.
But still, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, anybody that is on Joker, I'm not mad at you. I'm just in the business of picking who I think is going to win. If I thought Hermansson was going to win, then I would pick him. But I'm not mad at anybody else does. If they see the vision that I don't see, shout out to you. I just see Vettori keeping it on the feet, winning the decision. So the pick for me is Vettori. We are on both sides. This might be the show that we've been off on different sides the most, huh, Brady?
I like it. Yeah, I think it could be, or at least a tie there. But yeah, I think we're like different on 2 or 3 there.
Yeah, I think we were. But that's good. Shows that we are using our own minds, our own big brains, and doing our thing. So, but yeah, no, man. Shout out to you again for rolling through on that 10-8 round on that vid. You know what I'm saying? Like you still coming through. I can tell you're starting to feel better. You did a great job as always. You work hard during the week, even sick. So shout out to you. You want to let everybody know where they can find you and what you got going, man?
Yep. Twitter, DFS_numbers. Instagram is DFS by the numbers. My DMs are always open if you guys want to hit me up. I'm usually pretty good at replying, mostly on Twitter, though. On YouTube, you can hit the subscribe button there. Get up my breakdowns early in the week, the DraftKings breakdown. I do a live stream on Friday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Right after that, at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, we have Talking Hands here on Pub Sports Radio. Saturday morning, I do a betting breakdown going through the fights from a betting perspective. And yep, thanks for hanging out. We had like 70-something in here. That's pretty good for a Thursday. We usually do it on a Tuesday, so kind of switch it up due to me being very, very sick on Tuesday. So, yep, let's get it this week. And like I said, we have a great finish to the 2020 year. I know it's been a crazy year, but we have 2 really good cards next week and the week after, so looking forward to it.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, glad you're feeling better and glad we could rock this video out. And shout out to everybody that was in the chat tonight. Y'all showed out on this impromptu Thursday. We normally go on Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We decided to let Brady get a little break, get a little brain refresh, and I think it did him well. He's coming through. He's feeling better. And shout out to all y'all. Shout out to Jeff Slaughterhouse. I see you in the chat, boss, doing your thing. Shout out to you. Shout out to VPP. He is feeling under the weather as well. So hope you're feeling better, P. Get you some, stay hydrated. You know what I'm saying? Don't get dehydrated out here in these streets. Stay hydrated. And everybody else, stay safe. Hey, it's Christmas time, boys. Let's spread some Christmas cheer. And let's be positive. Let's spread some positive vibes. All this is sponsored by PSR. You can find me, Mo, at MoScreen5P1 on Twitter. I'm not shy with the follow back. I'm not one of them guys. I support everybody that supports me. And, you can find us Monday Night Football, Tuesday. Normally me and Brady break this show right here on Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday, you got Millie Mills on Seconds Out doing the dang thing. Great interview show / MMA news / Bellator UFC all the above. Shout out to Mila Mills doing the dang thing. MMA Unhinged. He had Nikki on there last night. They held it down. Billy Briz is on there sometimes too. You can also catch Billy Briz a couple days before each main game, like a Monday Night Football. He puts out a DFS for it. Thursday Night Football, DFS for it. So shout out to Billy. Check out his content as well. Thursday, when there's Bellator, boom, you find us right here. Thursday, when there's Thursday Night Football, boom, you find us right here. Friday, Talking Hands, where me, this big brain right here, Jeff Slaughterhouse, the El Presidente of PSR, and the VPP, Vice President Preston, we break down the current UFC card every Friday. So check us out there. Then Saturday's the flagship. We go from start to finish, live betting, commentating, watch party for each and every UFC event. Or if there's boxing events like there is this Saturday, I'm sure we will be tuning in on that as well. So be sure to rock with us there. That's kind of our flagship, our main thing that we do. And then Sunday you catch Connor Miggin and Mac and Nikki holding it down on Sunday Night Football. I know probably Billy tunes in and out on that. And RSP is going to be in and out. Big Danny Sejo is going to be in and out on that. So I don't know what the current cast is on that show, but they got some hitters. So you boys be sure to check out that Sunday Night Football. You got Connor Miggity Mac on the NFL breakdown Sunday morning and college football on Saturday morning. So check them out. RSP on the horse races. I told you boys that we have a full slate. I don't have nothing in front of me, just so you boys know. Boom. See right there? I'm not reading off no card. This is all off. I got a big brain too, boys. It's just a slate that we have, and I got a big brain too. So check us out. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. Hit that like. Until tomorrow, we're out. Peace.